What's going on? What's giddy, what's popping, and what's cracking? Blessed in trucking here. I know it's been a minute, and I guess I can't say if I should apologize or what, but yeah, it's been a minute because life been lifing. But I'm back with a little bit of a update after about 8 months since my last video. And as you can see, I'm at home as opposed to being in a truck, which is neither here nor there. But the elephant in the room is I am no longer with Schneider. Yeah. Yeah. Did this to Schneider. And this ain't no bashing video. I'm not here to say it was a terrible company. I'm not here to say it's the worst decision of my life or anything like that, because Schneider was definitely a blessing. If you haven't looked at any of my previous videos, I just talked a little bit about my experience when I started with Schneider, and it was unlike most people's story when you're starting with the company, because Schneider is one of the companies that's big to the point where each week they have at least 20 to 30 students that are showing up to be hired for the company. And God blessed me to be the one student for both weeks that I had to do on-site training. And I know that's not a frequent thing. I know that's not a regular normal thing. So it was a true blessing. And I would still say to this day, if you are new, if you getting your feet wet in the trucking industry and you need to learn the fundamentals of trucking, you still trying to get your back end together, you still trying to understand how going to a shipper and how many miles to drive, or if you still learning the basics, Schneider is a good company to start with. But my main reason for not talking about pay is because you don't have any experience. So it wouldn't make a lot of sense for me to go in depth on the pay for Schneider, because what on earth do I expect? I'm a new truck driver with no experience. So they're going to pay me what I deserve to get paid up until I make the decision to either go elsewhere or to keep working my butt off to possibly fit in with another schedule that they may have available. But let me tell you the reason why I left Schneider. I left Schneider because Schneider got to the point where financially it wasn't meeting my needs. And I know they expect it, which is why they hire so many people. But got to the point where it wasn't meeting my financial needs, even when it felt like I was pushing it. I'm driving my butt off and it felt like I ain't making nothing. And then it got to a point to where I started to experience my loads being removed. Even while I got it hooked up to my trailer, my loads are being removed. So I can baby step in there that it was a pretty good amount of micromanaging, which kind of makes sense, but it's most definitely frustrating at the same time, because I applied to be a truck driver so you can give me my job and leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm good. Like, give me my job, give me the window of time that I need to pick it up and deliver it, and leave me alone to do my job. That's just me as a person, regardless of what job it is. Give me a job and leave me alone. What Schneider got to the point where it started to feel like a call center. It started to feel like every day I got to be in contact with my driver leader. I got to be checking in and making sure that this is accurate, and they monitoring this and trying to check this. And basically, I understand that a company has metrics, but I'm a truck driver driving down real roads. I'm driving through real weather events. I'm driving through real incidents and accidents out on the road. And every day is not going to look good on a computer system, on a metric scale. So I don't feel like you can hold me or stick me to this. I need for you to understand that things may change. I might plan on driving 7 hours in a day. And that 7 hours may turn into 4 because of traffic, because of weather, because of anything. And I know it's not a Schneider thing, but there are so many dispatchers that make it seem like, yeah, this truck, get in this truck, crank it up, and then teleport to your destination. It don't work like that though. So this is basically where I started to get with Schneider. I started to feel like I wasn't in control of my day. And then to add wood to the fire, my paycheck was looking like trash. So I made the executive decision to move along. I had to move along, because if I'm risking my life, if I'm away from my house for literally 18 days and only home for 3, I at least expect to be able to take care of my responsibilities a little bit easier than I am, but that's not happening. So Schneider just got to the point where it was no longer feasible for me. It was time for me to move on. And I gave it a good shot. I was with Schneider for like 10 months. That might not sound long to some people, but it was long enough for me. I learned everything I needed to. I got a good idea of what my schedule is, how many miles I like to drive. I got a good routine with Schneider, so that when I move on to the next company, I'll be good to go. I can just take what I learned, incorporate it into the next place, and keep on pushing forward, of course, with better pay this time. So I'm not gonna really spend this video going off into the new company. I'll save that for another one. And I'll do my best to make sure that it is not prolonged. It ain't no month later video. Of course, if this video gets some likes and some subscribes. But I'm gonna give you my honest opinion about the new company I'm working for. I've been with them for going on about a month, and I don't want to say it didn't start off like Schneider at all. But it's smoothing out as I continue to keep trucking along with them. And it's still a blessing because of just what was able to happen in my orientation process. Now, for the people that don't know, I'm giving God the thanks throughout everything he's been doing to me. So if you're going to tune into my videos, be okay with hearing about the goodness of God. Be okay with hearing about the goodness of Jesus, because, hey, that's what goes down over here on my truck. I got 2 hats sitting on my dashboard, and both of them allow you to know what my foundation is, which is God. That's where my peace comes from. And I need him as I carry this big old 80,000 pound truck down the highway. So if you're gonna come over here, hey, let's give some thanks to the Lord. But yeah, I'm gonna spend my next video going off into the new company I work for. And yeah, like I said, if y'all like and subscribe, then I would most definitely make this a little bit more frequent than it is right now. Just to give y'all my nice little experience of what truck driving has been. I did take a little bit of a break after I left Schneider and went back to some good old warehouse work. And that lasted a very short amount of time, because, man, my whole reason for becoming a truck driver was to get away from people. No disrespect to people, but that's my personality. Give me my job and leave me alone. I'm an introvert. I like to be in my own zone. I like to be in my own place. I like to create my own schedule. If I wake up and I want to drive for 7 consecutive hours without stopping, I want to be able to do that and not be stopped by anyone. No disrespect to people who like team driving. I know it's more money in that, but me and somebody else in a confined space just ain't gonna work well. Even if it was my woman, it ain't gonna work well. So yeah, it's just a personal choice. But yeah, I will be sure to inform y'all of my next in my next video of the company that I work for now. But like I said, this is not to discourage anybody from applying for Schneider. Um, it just came to the point where it was not the company for me. Basically, I was helping out. They called me one week at Schneider to help out with a struggling account, and of course they buttered me up. Now, if you help out with this account, then there'll possibly be an opening for you if you do good enough. So, bro, I kicked in overdrive. I downshifted into another doggone gear to make sure that I put my best foot forward. And yeah, at the end of the day, all I did was help them out, because as soon as I took my 34-hour break to reset my clock, they put me back on a regular schedule program of just doing regular routes. And I guess what sucked about it was no one told me how I did. Because I mean, if you don't hire me for the position, at least let me know that I did okay. They didn't. Nobody told me I did. We like your performance. Thank you so much for helping us out. Nothing. They just sent me straight on back to my regular schedule program, and I was like, yeah, no, because at this point too, I was looking for more home time. Like I said, it was personal stuff going on in my life to where I'm trying to get home. And I was looking for more home time, and this would have been the best possible just option for it. But companies did what companies do. Companies did, they did what they do. And as a employee who understands that as a company is supposed to, as a company should, just like they have requirements for me, I have requirements for them. And I acted accordingly. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. If you guys want to hear the story about where I am working, then I will be sure to give you a, I guess, first month review of what it's all like now, how I feel about it, and go from there. Till next time, be sure to like and subscribe. It's a lot of it's a lot of personality over here, so I hope y'all okay with it. And one thing to know about me is I don't mean no disrespect when I say it, but I'm gonna be open and I'm gonna be honest. I know it's probably gonna hurt some feelings, but I'm gonna be open and I'm gonna be honest. So just as long as you cool with that, hey, we'll be just fine. Hey, till next time.